Welcome to Master Mathematics Minutes. Today's topic is about prime numbers, and we'll cover a couple examples on prime numbers. And we will conclude the topic with a summary. And finally, be kind and subscribe for more videos. So, what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are whole numbers, greater than 1, with two factors. The number is divisible by itself and 1. Consider the following examples. We have the number 2, 3, 5, 7, and 11, and so on as prime numbers. For example, we have 3 is a prime number because 3 is divisible by itself and 1 and no other numbers. And we have 4 is not a prime number because 4 is divisible by itself, the number 2, and 1. In the first example, we're asked to list the next two prime numbers after 11. So we have 13 and 17. So consider the number 12. The number 12 comes after the number 11. However, the number 12 is divisible by 1, itself 12, and for example 6, and so it is not a prime number. And for the number 14, which comes after the number 13, that is divisible by itself 14, the number 1, as well as, for example, the number 7. And 15 is divisible by itself 15, and the number 1, and for example, the number 5, so it is not a prime number. And the number 16 is divisible by itself, 16, the number 1, as well as the number 8, for example, and so 16 is not a prime number. And the next one is 17, which is only divisible by itself, and the number 1. In the second example, we're asked to list any three prime numbers. So we have 19, 23, and 29. So these three numbers are only divisible by itself and the number 1, and no any other number. In the third example, we're asked to identify the prime numbers from the set below. We have set A as equals to minus 28, minus 3, 0, 4, 11.2, 16.5, 17, and 19. So remember, prime numbers are whole numbers greater than 1 with two factors. So we can rule out minus 28, minus 3, and 0, as well as the decimals 11.2 and 16.5. The number 4 is divisible by itself, the number 1, and say, for example, the number 2. So it is not a prime number. And that leaves us with 17 and 19 as prime numbers. So 17 and 19 are divisible by itself, as well as the number 1. In the fourth example, we're asked to determine if the following are prime numbers, with x is equals to 1 plus 2, and y is equals to 10 times 10 minus 100. So since x is equals to 1 plus 2, and that is equals to 3, and y is equals to 10 multiplied by 10 minus 100, which is equals to 0, we have x is a prime number because 3 is divisible by itself and the number 1. However, y is not a prime number. Remember, prime numbers are whole numbers greater than 1 with two factors, and so the number 0 is not included. To summarize, prime numbers are whole numbers greater than 1 with two factors. The number is divisible by itself and the number 1. For example, the numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on are prime numbers. Consider the following examples. With 3 is a prime number because 3 is divisible by itself and the number 1 only. However, 4 is not a prime number because 4 is divisible by itself, the number 2, and 1. Thank you very much for watching. This is Master Mathematics in Minutes.